And good afternoon, everybody. It's now 5 minutes after 3 o'clock here on AM 1410 WR. Yeah, check your watches there, Jeff. We're all tapping and looking at our watches now. 5 minutes after 3 o'clock here, Wednesday, the 16th of June, 2010. What do you guys say? You want to lose weight fast? How about if you want to get rich quick? Maybe we just want to look young forever. It's the Laura Dion-Jones Show, heard here, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock every Wednesday, AM 1410. Laura, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing just fabulous. How are you?
I'm a little hot and humid in here, as it's been for the last 3 weeks. I apologize again.
That's okay.
Tomorrow we're making the change. We're going to be nice and cool in here starting tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
So,
thank
yes,
you. I know where it's real cool in here today, though, in the supply closet.
In the supply closet?
Yes, I had to go in there to get a garbage bag. I'm the one who emptied your garbage in your office.
Oh,
it was so overflowing. I couldn't take it.
No one's allowed to do that.
I did. So if you're looking for anything that you hid in there, like a Hershey's bar or something, it's all tied up in a little bundle by the back door where I was instructed to leave it.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
So ask me what I did this morning.
Laura, what did you do this morning?
Well, I shot a video, a 3-minute audition tape for Oprah's talk show host competition.
Okay.
And as we speak, it's being downloaded or uploaded. It depends on how you look at it. Onto her site. And it's 3 minutes, not quite 3 minutes long, and I'm squinty.
It's 2:02 for the sake of FCC charting at home. It's 2:02.
2:02.
That's with 0.3 of a second leader tape in.
Nice.
You're charting
So
it.
anyway, when I get the link for voting, I would like to email it to you, and maybe you could make an announcement or treat it as a PSA maybe for Laura. Let's lobby for Laura to win.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I'm a month behind in the competition. The competition started like maybe a month ago, and there are some people that have like 1 million votes. So I have a lot of catching up to do, and everybody can vote as many times as they want between now and July 3rd, midnight of July 3rd.
Okay.
But anyway, I would like to say that today's show is brought to you again by Snob Hounds Canine Clothing Company. Think Nike meets Donna Karan, but for canines. And KC Tool, an automotive specialty tool company. And
Also the good folks, of course, Allen & Sons seal coating. As you know how important that is. You want me to tell me all about Allen & Sons right now?
give us a little bit more.
I'll see if I can do it under 2:02 if you're charting at home.
I will start the clock as soon as I start.
Here we go.
I need a 3/10 leader. Here we go.
Wait a minute. I feel like those announcers. Let me clear my throat, please. Ladies and gentlemen, they're a trusted area resource for all your asphalt and asphalt maintenance needs, we might add. It's a family-owned and operated business specializing in asphalt repair, stripping, and, of course, seal coating. In today's tough economic climate, it's more important than ever to protect your real estate investment in the most effective way possible. Allen & Sons Seal Coating is a recognized expert in an affordable asphalt work. They do both commercial and residential properties. Once you call for an estimate, the first thing you'll learn about Allen & Sons is not about them. It's not about them at all. It's about you, especially in the case of you, Laura. It's about you.
Thank you.
Allen & Sons Seal Coating believes that guaranteed professionalism, attention to detail, and providing timely service in a friendly fashion are the keys to a very successful business. And that's why they're committed to doing things right the first time. Customers can testify to the quality of their work, and we could call some right now, but you can call Allen & Sons Seal Coating and learn all about that at 847-980-6914. When you're among the very best, no job is too large or small. That's Allen & Sons Seal Coating at 847-980-6914.
Bravo.
Fantastic.
So listen, in the studio with us today are my cohort Mike Hunziker and my co-host Jeff Myers and Kyle Balt on our YouTube camera. And our special guest today is Bruce Johnson, the one and only 200-pound, and it says partially paralyzed runner who ran across America not once, but twice. So you're like Elgin's own Forrest Gump.
And you two are going to compete from the equator because he's ran as much from the equator as you've walked around the equator. I don't know how you guys got down there. They were flown down to the equator, but he's run around the equator almost in a certain spot where you've walked around the equator. So we'll compare footprints.
Equators, yes. We'll compare miles, yes. I told Bruce in the hallway, I said, we have something in common.
Because he's just well, he'll tell us he's just a few miles away from a milestone, which he'll tell you.
Listen, I got a question for you guys. Who is Alice Tan Ridley? Do you know who Alice Tan Ridley is?
Ridley.
Ridley,
believe it or not, no.
No. Anybody watch America's Got Talent?
I wish we had this year.
Well, I have to tell you something. She was on the other night, maybe that was last night, I can't remember. She
Howie
is an
doing his host?
African-American woman. She's like 50-something years old. When Sharon Osbourne said, "Where have you been working? Where have you been singing?" She said, "In the subway for 20 years." This woman has sang in the New York subways for 20 years, and she killed the audience and the judges and everyone when she sang her rendition of At Last. And I predict she's going to be the winner.
Right.
I predict she is going to take it all at the end of America's Got Talent. She was absolutely...
They're doing 2 shows this week, aren't they?
I really don't know. I
And
don't
so
know.
she was that good. That's
She was
wonderful.
beyond fabulous. Sharon was...
So there's hope for all of us. Well,
There's
Mike's still
definitely
young.
hope for all of
Yeah,
us.
Mike's young, but
And I
Kyle's
wanna-
been singing in, the bus stops of Elgin since 1983.
I've heard that about him.
That's right, you should
In
see
fact,
him.
they had people out with a net trying to catch him the other
Oh,
day.
they did, but he's elusive. He's like the butterfly.
Listen, I got a question to ask.
Sure.
It's a Blackhawks question.
Uh-oh.
I was disappointed Yami didn't get series MVP. What do you make of it?
Oh, after we win it all, should we really be greedy? We were delighted. It was a great moment in sports for Chicago when the Cubs, Sox, Blackhawks, and the Stanley Cup were on the field.
It was
The same
that
time,
was unbelievable.
same site. That
Yes.
doesn't happen much in sports. I'm getting goosebumps now. And it's 104 degrees in this room.
I know.
So think how important this is.
It was
so that
beyond.
happened Sunday night, and then
Where did this happen?
On TV?
Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Where was it at?
So-
Wrigley Field,
You know,
Chicago.
Oh, the
During the
place
Cubs
where,
went
Crosstown
They had
Classic.
all the teams on the field.
the place where a championship has never been won.
Yeah, well, in
Oh.
08,
maybe it'll rub
here,
off.
Suddenly we're having Costello. We're set up for him. I got to look at the scripts
My
more
vote
often.
goes in the,
But I was going somewhere with this. I forget. Yeah,
I can't remember, but
Kyle,
Yami didn't get MVP.
let me
My
take care of
charts
this.
were in
Kyle,
that.
back to the bus stop.
Oh, okay.
All right. No, it was. It was a main
Bad.
man. They had
No.
good ratings.
Niami.
Oh,
Come
well,
on. He
yeah.
was the one who should have got MVP.
Well, we were delighted no matter what, weren't we? And,
Yes.
and that game on Sunday night, I know you're not a great sports fan, but again, with all that,
I'm a sports
with all
fan.
that, for the first time ever, the introduction of how we sing the anthem at a hockey game was first introduced Friday at Wrigley Field, because I saw when they were having the anthem, at a Hawk game. Suddenly
Hawk?
I'm Brad Bolden from Iowa. At a Hawk game, former morning host
Or
here.
Boston.
He is from, Midwest, sometimes they say Hawks or hockey. So hockey, when you're at the game, the anthem is just a vehicle for you to make noise. So it's not necessarily true at a baseball game yet.
Right.
But when they were singing it with the main man on Friday at Wrigley Field, I saw some folks saying, well, it's like the Hawks. They were singing the anthem and folks were starting to applaud 1/5 of the way through it. And one guy was saying, why all the noise? It's like the Hawks, you dummy. And then on Sunday
we
night...
going with this?
Well, same thing on Sunday night. Sunday night,
Snark.
the crowd roared and there was more noise than ever in that. Then the baseball game turned out to be an oddity. For the first time since September 9th, 1965, both pitchers threw the double no-hitter through 41 outs. It had not happened in any Major League Baseball game since Koufax no-hit the Cubs and Bob Henley one-hit the
How
Cubs.
can you remember
I
this
think it's-
See what happened to Dion?
My God.
September 9th, 1965. Well, it's all sports. It's sports.
Oh,
But 41
my
outs in a
God.
row, so it was an incredible game. And as you know,
There was no action.
Good
For
God.
those of us who like action in our sports,
How many
who like a little
how many
blood.
hockey games are 2-1 still in the modern day? And we're sitting at the World Cup. Hey, there was almost a shot on goal in that one. So what are you talking about? No action. Everybody
The
watches
World
the
Cup,
World
that one game was good.
Oh, they're
That was
good, but
I mean, come on.
it's
That
like
was
most
action.
of America says, why do we even pay attention? So that's what I just thought we'd set that stage. It was one of those historical moments.
Laura,
Yeah.
may I?
Yes.
Anthony Niemi. And had he won the trophy, he would have said he was not worthy of it, didn't deserve it. He was always saying the better he does is because of his teammates who get in front of the goal. It's the defensemen who lay their body out there, their body, their sticks, their feet, their face even sometimes.
He's laid himself out there.
Yeah, of course, and maybe he does deserve it, but he would have thanked his teammates above and beyond, and he would have probably accepted the trophy, but he probably would have said he didn't deserve the trophy.
give
They
it
should have
to
gave it to
somebody
him
else.
anyway.
Sure.
Well, that's good
Listen.
that you have a strong opinion on it.
Oh, I
That's
have
good.
an enormous opinion on
good.
it. Listen, our pal Amos Nicholson, we have to say hey to him.
Hello.
A special hoorah to Amos Nicholson. And reminds me of the quote of the week. This is a longie. I want to know who said this.
Laura Dion-Jones.
Okay.
We grow great by dreams. All big men are dreamers. They see things in the soft haze of a spring day or in the red fire of a long winter's evening. Some of us let these dreams die, but others nourish and protect them, nurse them through bad days till They bring them to the sunshine and light, which comes always to those who sincerely hope that their dreams will come true. Now, who said this besides Bruce and I?
Well, let me confer with Singing Kyle. How about Mama Cass we've come up with?
Woodrow T. Wilson.
Oh, Woodrow Wilson.
28th President of the
You know what
United
was great about
States.
Woodrow Wilson? He has that stroke in office, and to a certain degree, Mrs. Wilson is running the White House through much of his administration because he has a stroke. The League of Nations came out in his
Leave
time.
it to the women.
Yeah. So she's very strong. She's a strong.
What was her first name?
Mrs.
And speaking of dreams, tonight is our Elgin's Biggest Loser 2 contest weigh-in at the Taylor YMCA on McLean Boulevard. We hope to see all the EBL2s there, and even the EBL1s. We need to see you. We need to keep tabs on you kids. And 5 to 5:30 weigh-in, motivation and conversation, 5:30 to 6:15. You're listening to the Laura Dion-Jones Show on WRMN, 1410 AM. And if you've got something to say, we'd love to hear from you at 847-931-1410. And I've been asked to tell our listeners about Twitter and Facebook. Please, my username is Laura Dion-Jones, all one word. Facebook.com/Laura Dion-Jones or Twitter.com/Laura Dion-Jones. And one more thing.
Facebook friends in Elgin?
I have a lot of Facebook friends in Elgin. And you know, now that you brought up my friends in Elgin, as soon as I have the link for voting for my Oprah audition, for my Oprah's talk show host competition, as soon as I have the link, please, y'all, I need everybody to go vote. And Mikey said he would announce the link on once or twice in the morning on his show on Morning Cup of Coffee. And also it'll be on my website. I mean, I'm a month behind in my votes, kids, and I got to gather up 1 million votes before midnight of July 3rd. Wow. This July 3rd.
Maybe I'll give out some free Burger King certificates for every vote cast.
Could we do that?
You're going to win.
That's called payola, isn't
They
it?
have a thing where everybody can sign up on the day of the
Listen.
parade.
That's right. You can sign up on the day of the parade.
That's true,
There'll
too.
be 15,000 folks in downtown Elgin.
And I'm going to have my
Vote
car in I will be marching or walking
You're
or
in the
riding
parade?
in my, yes, I'm in the parade. I will be in my black
Yes, she's in
convertible.
the parade. I saw her in
And
the-
I'm going to have about 12 kids from the Church of Latter-day Saints marching with us. And we're going to be handing out all kinds of neat Mardi Gras necklaces and throws and different things. So look for the Laura Dion-Jones.
Wow. That's a
Crew.
new wrinkle. Summer in the
Crew.
city is the theme.
And one more thing. I contribute to a radio show called This Week in America.
Oh, that's right. You're going to be on that.
Yeah, that can be heard in over 200 markets across North America and around the world. And my most recent segments will air this weekend and next weekend. And as of yesterday, they're available for listening on Blue Funk, F-U-N-K, bluefunkbroadcasting.com.
That's great.
And you can find my shows there. My segments are 22 minutes into the show. Why are you looking
No,
at me
I'm
like
just,
that? You're hanging on every word.
I
there.
am. I'm taking notes if I had a pen.
One more motivational quote. Please allow me to dedicate this to
Woodrow
my
Wilson.
Elgin Biggest Losers from my motivational article this week called Cut to the Chase. And it's about walking versus swimming for daily cardio. Human beings hardly ever learn from the experience of others. They learn when they do, which isn't often on their own the hard way. Robert Heinlein, American science fiction writer. And I have to say, stop learning the hard way, kids, for once, and listen to someone who's been right where you are now for most of her life. Learn from my experience and cut to the chase.
Wow, you're like Alex
And
Trebek.
speaking of cutting to the chase, our special guest today is Bruce Johnson, the incredible 200-pound runner who ran across America twice. Bravo, sir. You're on. Bravo, sir, and welcome to the Laura Dion-Jones Show.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Listen, that's quite an astonishing adventure. Besides an accomplishment, that's a huge adventure. Tell us about yourself. Like, where'd you grow up?
I was born right here in Elgin and ran almost every one of these streets.
Did you really?
Got
You've been
tired
running
of that,
since little?
So I took off to the road.
You still live in Elgin?
Still live in Elgin, still work in Elgin, had a business in Elgin for 32 years, and Elgin's been very, very good to me.
Obviously it has.
Yes.
Why did you decide to run across America in the first place?
I ran a bunch of 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, New York, LA, Chicago, Honolulu, Portland. Got tired of the marathon scene and the numbers, and so I thought, well, I'm going to run across Wisconsin. So I ran across Wisconsin. That went real well.
How long did it take you? How many days?
11 days, 252 miles.
And 500 pounds of cheese. Tell her about that.
Yeah, I had the cheese. Wisconsin.
There was a must.
Were you carrying all that cheese?
I had a sport driver to carry my cheese.
So you're not totally alone when you do these things. You have
No,
some kind of company there.
If they made a hotel at the end of each 26 miles, that'd be great.